This is a wine and wisdom.
Wine wisdom.
Wine wisdom. Wine
Don't
and
just
wisdom.
say Wednesday because she might not post it on a Wednesday.
Wine and wisdom. Wine and wisdom.
with Flávia.
I can't
He's
say
having
that.
some
Wine and
difficulties.
wisdom.
Wine and wisdom.
Say if I-
From the De Novo Realty Studios in sunny Brevard County, Florida, the most important podcast on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, De Novo Realty Radio.
This is Wine Wisdom, and I'm here with Garrett Bell.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about, is the market going to crash? We had the market crash in 2008, and of course we get asked from buyers and clients, is this going to happen again? The same thing that happened before. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I always like to look at data, and to me, you can compare the market now with the market then. Okay, we have been looking very closely to the market. Garrett, in every month, Garrett brings stats and
forcing everyone to look at stats.
He forces us, and it's good to compare. It's unbelievable. Like if you look at, when the market crashed, how many houses were in the market, the inventory supply, how easy it was to get a loan. Everything is so different that we cannot see that that's going to happen.
A lot of different factors now and this is nationwide and not just our area. We'll talk a little bit more specifically about Brevard, but one thing that you mentioned was the 45% equity is the average of homeowners having in their house now, which is totally different now than it was then. So
correct.
Meaning that someone loses their job or things happen, they're still able to sell their house and take the money and walk away with money versus letting it go and go into foreclosure, creating the foreclosure market again, which is a big driver of where the market's going to head. So that alone is a huge difference there.
Correct. Then the month was like 13, 14 months of supply.
There's a few months we were looking at the data, like 2008, 9, 10, it hits like 12 months of supply.
What does that mean, 12 months of supply?
Months of supply, what that means is if you stop listing all the houses on the market right now, how long it's going to take to sell off the rest of the inventory. So right now, our January stats for 2021, it was 1.5 months of inventory.
That's ridiculous.
Which is crazy low, meaning you stop listing houses, 1.5 months from now, all the houses are going to be gone. So inventory is extremely low. It's been a theme
it's a huge
now for
difference.
a while. Yeah.
Huge difference.
Huge difference now between then.
Yeah.
And then you add up also the buyer approval process, getting a loan then, which is what?
Yeah. They are requesting your blood work now.
Yes, DNA samples, everything. But that's a huge difference now between then, and that's what people have talked about for a long time, like, the appraisal process and thing. What's the appraisal is another thing. So what are you seeing with appraisals right now?
I think the appraisals then, I know that the bank was able to communicate with the appraisal, and it was legal for them to say, listen, this house is worth it. Yeah, it's worth $330,000 and it's not. And the appraisal said, okay, I got you. Yeah. Now, we have protections in place. So now the bank has to go to a third party company to be able to, like the bank is not even allowed to talk to the appraisal.
Yep.
And we are seeing appraisals kind of holding us down a little.
Yeah.
So
there's a lag.
Yeah.
For sure.
They are like, no, let me put you down to earth. Because even though if the buyers want to pay extra, $20,000 above asking, $10,000 above asking, but then the appraisal brings us to reality, which is good to protect.
There's pros and cons, for sure.
Yeah,
protects the market some.
Yeah.
And from the appraisers that were in the business then, there was at the time the big banks actually sued the appraisers for saying they did something wrong when they were doing what they were, what the market was telling them back then in 2008. So the appraisers, especially ones that have been in the business for that long, are a little weary of, they're not going to they're not giving out free appraisals prices now. So
correct, they're being very strict.
Yes, and in a rapidly appreciating market, you have the last 6 months, you have those closings. Now buyers are willing to pay more money. They got to go off the past data. They can't use them. So there's this lag.
Correct.
So it's going to protect the market some.
I think we're being more careful for sure. And besides too, builders were overbuilding tremendously with the market crash, and now they're underbuilding. If you go now to buy new construction, there are a lot of subdivisions here. They are sold out, or it's gonna take a year. So they can't keep up. They can't keep up.
So current market stats. What do we got for, you know, any other surprising things that we've seen in the past few months?
I thought was pretty amazing, the median sales price comparing January 2020 to January 2021.
Yeah.
You know, we went from $195,000 for median sales price in Brevard County all the way to $245,000.
Yeah. So
which is
big jump.
Big jump, 25.6%.
Yes. And I think, you know, a lot of the things about Brevard that, you know, you compare Brevard County to other areas still, and we're still, you know, significantly less expensive than some of the bigger cities, Tampa's, Jacksonville's, and things like that. But we still have all these amenities of waterfront properties, the beach, quick access to Orlando.
I think we're 1 hour from Orlando, 3 hours from Miami. You know, we are in the middle of, like, you want a little bit more adventure, a little bit more nightlife, you know, you can. It's just not a long drive. So I think that's a plus for sure.
Yeah. And I think another big one on this is the properties that went under contract. So January of 2020, 1,500 versus 2,100 in January 2020. That means that that's a 42% increase in the number of buyers that put in offers on properties. So that's, I mean, another reason why supply is not keeping up with demand. But that means that now compared to last January, which we hadn't been affected by COVID yet at all in January last year, 40% increase in the number of buyers moving into the area.
A lot of people growth, out of the area.
And people coming from...
running away from New York, California, Colorado.
The people that have been on the fence about moving to Florida and enjoying this beautiful weather have made that decision.
Correct. Very, very true.
Yes. So I think, you know...
I think based on all that data and based comparing our situation today to 2008, there is nothing alike.
So
I am not worried.
And it's, you know, if the data continues to look like this, we're looking like we have a healthy market. Prices are going to continue to increase. And, you know, like I said, I think with the job growth and everything, we're going to be able to sustain the growth for sure. I mean, we have a lot of awesome things here, and, you know, it still costs $1 million in California for a 1-1. Yeah. You know, different.
So pack your bags and come to Florida.
Pack your bags, come to Florida.
And call us.
Join us. Yes.
For sure.
Come on, Wine
thank you
Wednesday.
For stepping up last minute.
Hey, anytime. My pleasure.
All right.
Thanks for watching, y'all. See you next time.
Now go!